Hello, everybody. In the previous session, we understood the different ways of communication, that is visual communication, non-visual communication, and audiovisual communication. Today, we are going to understand the concept of perspectives of communication. Now, perspective of a person helps us to understand different people and situation. Now, perspective also depends on how we encode a message and how we decode a message. In the previous sessions, you have already understood what is encoding and decoding. Encoding is done by the sender and decoding is done by the receiver. Now, perspective of a person, that is sender or the receiver, depends on the following things: culture, the place where we belong to, the language that we speak, the surroundings that we are brought up. All these things has a different impact on the way we are going to communicate. Also, our upbringing upbringing means the way we have brought up in our childhood days, what we have seen, what we have experienced, that also gives a different perspective to the way we encode and decode. Beliefs. What are our beliefs? There are certain mindsets where we have certain beliefs in our mind, which is not going to change because that is the way we have brought up. So that also changes the perspective of communication. Motives. Motives means what is my main motive of communicating? What type of knowledge I'm trying to share, and what type of knowledge is being received by the receiver. Next, education. If a person is literate or illiterate, what level of education he or she has attained, that also changes the perspective of communication. Next one is past experiences. If we have certain bad experiences, that is not going to help in communicating properly. That situation might create a hindrance for experiencing or encoding a message in a communication in a perfect way. And next one is understanding of people and surroundings. So if we try to understand the people, like if we are communicating with a student or with a patient or something like that, then we have to be empathetic, we have to be sympathetic. So keeping that in our mind also, the perspective of communication changes. Now coming to the next one, we'll again learn in detail about the factors that affect our perspective. The first one is visual perspective. As the name suggests, visual means what? Something which we can see. Suppose I'm seeing the body language of a person. I'm seeing the way he or she is dressed. I'm seeing the place they are sitting. So all these things also affect our perspective. If a person is sitting under a tree and teaching, that ambience itself creates a positive atmosphere. Suppose a person is having a very sad face and communicating, obviously the message is not going to be positive. So visuals always create a kind of image in us that can be taken as either positive or negative. So these situations also change our perspective of communication. Next one is perspective of language. So if a person is well versed in a particular language, having good control over the grammar, the oratory skills and everything, then we can understand. Suppose a person is communicating with us in a language which we cannot understand, or in an accent which we are not able to understand, then obviously the main purpose of communication is going to be a total failure. Again, as I told you before, our past experiences and our attitude also. Suppose before starting the class, a student is not having a positive attitude to listen to the teacher, then what is going to happen? The communication is not going to be successful. The teacher is sending the information, but it is not going to be understood or assimilated or taken positively by the student. So attitude also matters. And the next four perspectives are prejudice. Prejudice means what? The previous notions or beliefs or bias that we have in our mind, which is going to change the perspective. Values and beliefs. As I told you before, the culture, the traditions, the place that we belong to, or the kind of family that we are brought up, the school atmosphere, all those things, they create certain kind of values and beliefs, and that is going to take us to a long route. And throughout our life, these things, they try to be with us, and they're going to affect the way we see certain things. Feelings and emotions, this is not going to be a long-term one as such of prejudice and values, because feelings can be changing, emotions can be changing. Say morning I'm feeling very happy, maybe by evening, if I'm tired, I may not be feeling so enthusiastic to study a lesson. So feelings and emotions are temporary, whereas prejudice, values, and beliefs can directly or indirectly affect the way communication process takes place. Obviously, surroundings and environment. If you're sitting in a school environment, or if you're sitting in a comfortable chair, which is, or in a room which is well lit, then all those things is going to improve the communication process that is happening. And whenever I use the word communication, it involves both the sender and the receiver. Sender is encoding the message and sending it, and receiver is decoding that message and accepting it. And immediate feedback itself tells that whether the communication process has happened successfully or not. So in this session, we have thoroughly understood what are the ways in which we can change the perspective of communication and what are the things that are going to affect the perspectives of a sender and receiver. So that's it for today's session. More in the coming sessions. Till then, bye-bye.